Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9 No Thrills. So the quarry has finished, or the chunk destroyer has finished destroying chunks. It's not really finished destroying them or stripping them of resources because it's left behind all of the Allthemodium, but because we've got a jetpack and we've got a really decent pickaxe that has loads of fortune on it. By the way, I've got the highest level of fortune on this now. Because, well, you'll see in a sec. I've played quite a bit between episodes, I will admit. Anyway, it's left behind all the Modium, but that's fine because we can just go down there and like mine it up if we wanted to. So that's pretty cool. I want to show you how much stuff we got from 25 by 25 chunks. And I want to just point at the iron. Iron's always a pain, right? We've got almost 1 million iron out of this. Now, I'm going to go over a little concepts that I sort of have been knocking about since All the Mods 8, really. Since All the Mods 8 sort of started, I've been knocking about the concept of you don't need to ore double. Or even do or tripling or quadrupling or 5xing with mechanism, or even 6xing with occultism. So I've had a few people mention about the occultism married, the crushing married, you know, the one that, this one here. So it takes like quite a bit of stuff to go through occultism and get to the married. But what this one does is, this is not correct by the way, what it will do is it will take 1 raw Allthemodium ore and turn it into 6 Allthemodium dust, which you can smelt to get like 6 ingots. So that's 6 times what the raw Allthemodium does, right? We don't, I mean, for Allthemodium it makes sense to do, right? Because we haven't got a consistent source yet. Although we will probably do a little bit of that later on by doing some lasers. But we'll talk about that in a bit. What I want to just go over is, it takes a lot of time. Like the crushing spirits take, like if you give them 1 bit of ore, it takes them a couple of seconds, like 4 seconds or something, right? And then you get the 6, which then you have to smelt. Smelting's fine, because smelting doesn't take any time whatsoever, really. But 4 seconds, 4 times 1 million, that's 400. Wait, sorry, no, that's 4 million seconds, right? Which is a long time to get through all of the iron that we've got here. And that's not even accounting for all of the other ores we've got, right? So we've got copper, we got a bit of gold right here. We actually got quite a lot of gold right there because we get the nuggets as well. But yeah, we've also got all of the rest of like the modded ores as well, and we would probably want to crush those as well, and it's not worth it in my opinion. What I would say is, because we got 1 million iron out of this, I'm just going to raw smelt this. I'm not even going to double it because there's no point. If we needed 3 million iron for something, I would just set up the chunk destroyer and like leave it and go get a drink or something, and maybe potter around and do other stuff, right? So what I'm trying to say is, there's no point to like ore doubling anymore, in my opinion. In All the Mods 9, other packs that are out there, fully go off and do some ore doubling, especially if it's hard to get ores. But All the Mods 9 is so ridiculously easy to get ores. There's no point in, you know, doing it any other way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, there you go. There's my 2 cents on that. I said the exact same thing in All the Mods 8, and I think it's still valid. So in All the Mods 8, I stuck down a chunk destroyer. I got 7 million iron, like raw iron, this stuff. And then I was like, oh god, how am I supposed to like process all of this? So I didn't. I just chucked it all through a unobtainium furnace and got myself a ridiculous amount of iron. And I never used all of that iron, so it's like, what's the point? Anyway, that's my little rant to begin the episode off. I've done a lot of stuff between episodes, so let's start with... Alright, let's start down in our ridiculous room of industrial foregoing. So, I made a potion brewer. We will go over that in a bit, because I've done quite a bit with Apotheosis. Yeah, we've got a couple of house shelves and stuff, but I'll talk about that later. I did this with hostile neural networks. So I've got an Ender Dragon, I've got an Invoker, I've got the Phantom model, and I've got the Blaze one right now. And they're all being like transferred thank you to the interface that we've got right here. So all of these predictions are going into the different loot fabricators and stuff. So there you go, you can just see that one there. It's making some phantom membranes and then it's getting sucked into the system. Relatively simple to like get your head around this one. This one right here is just filling up all of the simulation chambers. I didn't really know where to put this. I was actually going to put all of my simulation chambers down in the basement here. But then I didn't. So, yeah. Another thing that I did was I made a bunch of stuff from Create. So these are all, like there's an importer there. It's covered right now. You can see it just there. Yeah. There's a fan just behind there. You can see it, encased fan. And there's a fan just behind that one as well. And there's a fan just behind this one. I did this because there's a few recipes that I wanted. So 4 sand gives you 1 clay. Which is kind of clay. It's kind of the recipe. I'll show you. So if you go here, bulk washer. You've got a 25% chance to get a clay out of a sand. So if it's 25% chance to get it out of 1 piece of sand, it should be 100% chance to get it out of, you know, 4 pieces of sand. That's the maths that I was going with, basically. Behind this, by the way, I'm just going to dig out right here. Behind this is the electric motors. Now, you just give them power, and you can set them to be really, 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 really quick. Like the quickest you can get from Create, basically. There you go. So these are literally the top speed that you can get. Yeah, I just hid those down here, and there we go. Yeah, this makes sense, right? There's also a crafter here and a crafter here, and we've got like the importer on this depot, importer on this depot. And I've had to like specify in the importer what to import, otherwise it will just pull everything back in. Is what I thought would happen, but I don't think that is actually what happens. So, yeah. Anyway, I can stick like a piece of dirt on here, and it will get turned into soul soil, I believe. And you can put sand on here, and it turns into... There you go, that was soul soil. Soul sand. And I bumped up the recipes for these, because I wanted them to be, you know... I wanted them to do, like, quite a bit at a time. Because if you put, like, 1 soul sand... No, 1 sand turns into a soul sand. It will just put 1 on there. Even if you request, like, 1,000, it'll just put 1 on there. Wait for that to smelt, and then import it. Put another 1 on there. Wait for it to turn into soul sand, and then import it, and so on and so on. So, yeah, I bumped up the recipe for that. I haven't done anything for the lava one, because I don't really need that. I just put it there because it's, you know, part of Create. But yeah, the electric motor, you actually need... Electric motor, this thing. You actually need some of these mechanical crafters. So, I'll show you that I've actually made the mechanical crafter thingy over here. Now, once you can see right there that I was using a water wheel to begin with, and then when the water wheel was done with the first one, I just put the first one down to power this, and it's super, super quick. I'm not going to do this on camera. I've done this about 1,000,000 times in all of my series. If you do want to see it, let me know, and I'll go over it properly. So, that is everything... I think everything down here. I talked about the enchantment extractor, didn't I? Yes. Oh, that was it. I was going to come back to the potion brewer. So, the potion brewer is purely so I can make these house shelves. Now, in Apotheosis, the way that it works is, if we pop over to the enchanting table I've got, right here. I'll talk about the builder in a sec, actually, but first let's talk about Apotheosis. So, to begin with Apotheosis, if you put just regular bookshelves around this, in fact, I can grab some bookshelves and we'll put it down. Ignore the library that I've got just below me. Anyway, bookshelves, there we go. So you can only have 15. This is a normal vanilla mechanic, right? You can only have 15 bookshelves. Well, you only need 15. So that is not exactly where I meant to put it, but oh, you know what? We're going to have 14 because I'll get one more. Let me get one more and there. So this is the highest level of Eterna that you can get from bookshelves. So these are just regular old oak bookshelves, right? And Eterna, if you look up some recipes, like this has got a an enchanting table recipe, right? So it's actually called infusing. So you infuse, but they've got these little requirements right here. So you can actually turn, I didn't know this, you can turn 1 carrot into a golden carrot just by infusing it with, by the looks of it, you need at least 20 levels, and it uses 3 levels. It's the same for the inert trident, which you can make the inert trident like this. You turn it into a proper trident, and you need at least 20. So you couldn't do this on this current one here because you need at least 20 Eterna. Now, the way that you increase your Eterna, so Eterna, it does say if you search it like this. There's 2 ways actually, and I actually regret doing the way that I did because this way is probably easier, doing the sea shelf method. A little bit easier maybe. But if you get some Prismarine, the blocked version of it, if you've got a good source of this, which I feel like we do have a good source of it. Do you get it from this? Oh, never mind, you don't get it from this. Fair enough. But I do have like some, what they call the hostile neural network models that I went and got. So we could get that easy enough. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I went the other way, and that way is the house shelf. So I made some house shelves. Now you can see on this, it does say Eterna maximum is 22.5. So that's higher than the regular bookshelves, right? Which is 15. So if you get yourself some of these house shelves, which do require the potion of regeneration, which is why I had the potion brewer, and it needs loads of nether brick and some blaze rods and stuff. So if you get this recipe going, which I did have in here, but I took the bookshelf out, didn't I? So just like that, there you go. That's how you make the house shelves. You just replace. I'm going to get books out of these, aren't I? Because I haven't got Silk Touch. That's fine. Anyway, there we go. You can replace them like this. And then okay, let's just put more down, and then you can have a look again. So that's 22.5, and then to increase that, you want to get the infused version. So let's do Eterna again. So to increase the amount of Eterna you can have, the maximum you can get from the infused house shelves is 27. So that is a little bit higher, and I think you need that for a few bits and bobs later. But the main reason you want to get the infused house shelves is because they're used in this recipe to make the enchantment library. And that's what I was aiming for, basically. So I made this. But to get that, you need to make some more house shelves. So I did make a few more house shelves, and I put them in here. And I'll tell you what, if I grab... Okay, it's not going to show... I'll grab one more. Why not? So if I put this one in here... I don't have the levels right now to do it, but that's because I've been using my levels for some stuff already. But what we can do is, if we have 45 levels, we could click this, it would use 3, and you get an infused house shelf. And then you can use that infused house shelf with an enchanting table and some ender chests, and you get yourself an enchantment library. And this thing is amazing. It's literally boss right here. So that's this thing right here, and you can see in here I've got loads and loads of books. So Bane of Arthropod, that is Bane of Arthropod's 10 right there, and it's literally just somewhere you can store books. That's what it is. So that's what I did. I just put all of my books in here, and I did this in my original All the Mods 9 series, but I stuck an exporter on here on fuzzy mode, so exact mode off. And I just put any enchanted book in here. And it's putting any enchanted book we get straight into the enchantment library. And it's basically a way of storing all of your enchantments. You can't search for them in here. So if I do this, enchantment, yeah, we don't have them in here. But that's fine, because if you want to put, like, I don't know, backstabbing like that, backstabbing 3, for example, you can do that. And you just shift and click it in there again to store it. So we've got loads of Bane of Arthropod by the looks of it. But it's really useful for, like, the pickaxe right here, because, well, I've got VIII in there. VIII. And that's the maximum you can get. Now, unfortunately, with this thing, the enchantment library, you need to have the maximum enchantment for that thing. So even if you've got, like, 1,000 Fortune 1s and you put them in here, you can still only pull out a Fortune 1. But if you combine those two together, so you combine one Fortune 1 with another Fortune 1, you get Fortune 2, and you stick that in here, you could pull out however many it is for Fortune 2. So you could pull out 500 Fortune 2s. But what you could then do is just pull out 2 Fortune 2s, merge those two together, get Fortune 3, put that one in here, you can pull out, like, less Fortune 3s, and so on, right? So that's what these represent here, the points stored. So if we go back to, I'll tell you what, let's put this back up here, the item filter. This just filters all of the enchants that this item can take. So we've got, like, Silk Touch and Fortune, and I've got loads of Fortune on there because I stripped an absolute ton of Vengeance pickaxes, and I did do the whole combining thing each time, so yeah, I've got, like, an absolute ton of Fortune, but I did put maximum Fortune on the pickaxe, which is kind of awesome. I also have efficiency. You can also search for it in here, so yeah, I've got the maximum level of efficiency. So right now I can only pull out efficiency 5. By the way, if you shift click, it gets the maximum, or if you click and then click again and then click again, and it will, you know, do it that way. So yeah, I got the maximum level of Fortune on this right now, and I actually don't have anything on my sword because I was trying to look at a way of getting, like, maximum level of looting, but I cannot figure out a good way of getting looting other than making loads of loads of these vein swords. Although that's kind of a pain still, because we'll have to automate blood, and I don't really want to do that. So I might at some point go to the Twilight Forest and get myself anything, anything that has, like, one of these data models. So I'll just go and, like, basically get one of these data models and try and level it up, because that way we can get the generalized Twilight predictions, and then I can make myself some steel leaf, and we can just get loads and loads and loads of steel leaf. Get loads of these steel leaf swords, stick that through the enchantment extractor, get loads of looting 2s, stick those straight into the enchantment library, and that'll get us loads of looting. So at least loads of the, where is it? Loads of the points stored, let's say. Oh, another really cool thing that you could do that I only found out recently, to be fair, is if I put this back in and we get looting, so it's over here. What else do we want on there? We want sharpness. I don't have a really good level of sharpness either, but okay, we'll put sharpness on there as well. But you can see it combines the books, and you don't have to use your levels or anything, so that's really useful. I'm going to put severing on there as well. Severing's one of those that was, like, a massive pain for me to get in one of the recent mod packs that I had. I'm not going to do lifesteal. I don't think I need lifesteal. I think that's about it. I don't really want anything else on my sword, if I'm honest. Severing just significantly increases chances of reliquary drops. So, you know, like the creepers drop the little heart thingy. No, not creepers, it's zombies. Zombies drop the hearts. Well, we'll get those, like, a lot quicker now. Let's get the anvil, which I think is in my backpack. It is not. No, wait. Yeah, there it is. So we can stick this on here. It takes 26 levels, which is quite a lot of levels, but that's fine. Oh, someone told me that you can fix anvils in a blood chest. I wonder if you can fix anvils on a stick in a blood chest. No, it doesn't go in there. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, that was a lot of talking. I apologise, but I did loads with Apotheosis, basically. And, well, at least the enchanting. There is a thing above this, the Library of Alexandria. But you need, like, a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't be asked to do it right now, if I'm honest. But this has a higher level capacity. So if you have a look in here, you can only get 32,768 worth of Bane of Arthropods right there. Almost said Bane of Illagers right there, but still. It's the same for all of them. But if you're getting like a ridiculous amount of a certain enchant, and it's going into this, it can kind of overflow, but I've never seen it happen. I will get the Library of Alexandria at some point, by the way. Just saying that. Which is not going to do it this episode. It requires you to get basically a maxed out enchanting table, and this is not where we're going to put it. I want to build something really nice for it over here, which is an area that I flattened using the builder. So I have got a builder now. Builder does require... Builder... There you go. Builder does require all the modium nuggets. I did mention in the past that I don't think the builder should be locked behind all the modium. All the modium's super easy to get nowadays, to be fair. Because you just go kill the warden, which is actually not that easy, is it? Because we found out that... Yeah, because I died to it. Anyway, I don't think this should be locked behind all the modium nuggets. I think it should be the quarry card. Which is this card right here. Instead of redstone, it should be all the modium nuggets. Because I like using the builder to build stuff, and I haven't really done that recently because it's been locked behind all the modium, and by then, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I made one of these shape cards, and one of these shape cards, what it does, I think, does it say on there? It does, yeah. So the way that I did it was I shift right clicked on here, then I selected like here, and then I went all the way over here, and I think I went down to like here and clicked. And now, this is a box. So it goes from down there all the way over to this corner. I stuck that in. I put a load of dirt into this this drawer that we've got right here. And it used all of the dirt to fill in all of the gaps that was here. And then I just left it, and the grass sort of grew over it. So it looks kind of nice now. I did go round and like sort of round off some of the edges and make it look not as... I mean, right here you can tell that I've done this myself, and it's not natural, but I tried. I tried my hardest right there. But yeah, I think that's kind of all that I did between episodes. Oh no, actually, there's one more thing, which actually involves the Waystone network, and that is... I went in... Wow, I found this in the nether. This is actually going to be quite useful. So, try and find one of these in the nether. They're really, really good. Because you've got these armor piles from iron spells and spellbooks. And if you punch them... Or is it right click? Would you mine it? Yeah, you mine it. These dudes appear. And the ancient knights drop netherite scrap. And iron nuggets, apparently. Really? I didn't know they dropped iron nuggets. It doesn't say that they drop iron nuggets. Anyway, it does say, if you go to netherite, that they drop cinder, essence, and netherite scrap. So, yeah, we got one out of that dude. And I've already made a swab of one of these. And we can make a spawner. And they'll basically just spawn in and give us netherite scrap for days. Which is kind of awesome. Anyway, the other thing that I found was... I went to an End Highlands and I took the Chunk Destroyer. You might have noticed that the Chunk Destroyer was gone from the mining dimension, and that's because we were in the End Highlands. And what do you know? We found some unobtainium. Oh, did I look at one of them? Whoops. Anyway, we're going to mine this, And we got 10 from the first one. You're kidding me, we got 10. That's insane. Okay. Oh, we got 2 from that one, that's fine. And we got 1 from that, that's fair. Okay, well, I'm going to mine all the modium that we've got, no, unobtainium, sorry, that we've got right here. And we can't really upgrade any of our gear, to be fair, to unobtainium. We've actually got more unobtainium than we do vibranium. That's depressing. Is there any more? There probably is a little bit more around here, but it doesn't really matter. So the way that I did this was I just stuck the shulker box back down. I didn't even put the compacting upgrades in because I didn't think I needed it. So I stuck the shulker box back down, and I've left this here for a while because I wanted to show you guys on camera what it could do. So I just set it down and I said do like a big area and chunk destroy. Ah, there you go. I knew there was a little bit more. It's a bit more over here. Okay, that's disturbing, that sound. Oh, he's got a backpack. That's, yeah, very disturbing. Anyway, yeah, I chunk destroyed this area not because I wanted the resources, it's because it uncovered the unobtainium, which apparently we've got like a ridiculous amount of now, which is awesome. But we need unobtainium for, there's 2 things that I really want to get. I'll tell you what, I'll leave this here. We'll go home. 2 big things that I really want to get. And first off, a load of people get really annoyed about how I do this when I fly about. I sort of do like little hops. I am half bunny in real life. I'm not really. It's just these hops. That made my my fiance laugh right there. But I do these little hops when I fly about, and it really annoys people because it's probably not very nice to like for the viewers to see, in my opinion. So we're gonna get ourselves a angel ring, and I always spell it angle ring, angel ring. I'm gonna get one of these bad boys, and I might try and upgrade it. That doesn't look that bad, to be fair. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We've got a superior wither model right here, and that one succeeded. So we've got a wither prediction, which comes in here. I don't even know how many nether stars. We've got 600 nether stars. That's pretty good, to be fair. There is a requirement for the ATM star. If you make... Where's the... There it is. So this... Oh, no. This... I think it's the ×3. Yeah, there you go. So there's a requirement to get like an absolute ton of nether stars for the ATM star. So if we decide that we want to like actually just zoom ahead and put a load of effort into getting the ATM star straight away, that's what we'll do. We'll get loads of these simulation chambers and stick them full of with the data models and just let them go for like ages, and they'll get us loads of wither predictions. And we'll get loads of nether stars that way from the simulation chambers. That's just the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to use this with a hammer. That one. I need to make like 1 million of these hammers, because it's my only way of doubling right now. Which I know I just said like it's not worth doing, but it is worth doing for this stuff because it's, you know, limited right now. And at some point we won't even need to do doubling on this because I'll automate it. But yeah, let's get the angel ring. So this one here. We could have gone through Britannia, to be fair, and got a frugal tiara. Flugel, I think is how you say it. Flugel. This thing's really cool. It just uses the mana that you've got on you in like one of those tablets or the mirror thing, and it lets you fly for a certain amount of time, but then once that time runs out you do drop. So it's not amazing. It's really good to begin with though. It's better than, I think, better than a jetpack, but don't let anyone hear me say that. Anyway, so this is what I was going to do right here. So I need a unobtainium block for the diamond ring, so let's do that. And then we also need an elytra. Elytra. Now, I did this off camera. Again, I probably shouldn't have done this off camera, but anyway. I used the one elytra we got last episode to turn it into a elytra blueprint. And that is because you can make elytras out of it for free, basically. So I made this elytra right here, which is... It's not going to tell you. Oh, no, it is. I just used a load of wool. And I made an elytra. And you can use that for this recipe. And we can make more elytras later on if we needed more of them, right? So, yeah, I thought that was a good idea. There's the diamond ring. And then we need more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's useful. Cool. And there you go. There's the angel ring. I made all the modium furnaces a while back as well. Just because I knew I'd be trying to do this. So we got the angel ring, which should be a quest. If it's not a quest, I've done something weird. In the meantime, oh, you can make it a leadstone angel ring. What's the difference? Okay, this one you can just charge up more. This one's cheaper though, right? If you don't have the netherite. We've got loads of cinnabar, sorry, not cinder. Anyway, we're going to do this one because it charges up thanks to flux networks. And I believe if you right click it, there is a slot right there. There's an angel ring slot. So this is awesome because now I can take off the jetpack. I can take off the free runners. It's the only time we're going to take the free runners off for ages. And I can fly like I'm in creative. And fly about. It's not as quick as the jetpack, but at least now I'm not going to be bunny hopping around. Like, I'm not going to be doing this and then landing, right? Or however I used to do it. So, yeah, that's probably something that people are very happy that I went and got. Right, here we go. We can just do one of those and then one of those. And now we've got a decent set of boots. And it gives us speed? It does, 30% speed. And it gives us step up. Oh, that is insane. Because that's the one thing I was about to say I was going to miss from the free runners. But we get that from this. That's insane. And whilst we're at it, we might as well make the helmet. So, helmet. I don't have a helmet from Apotheosis. That's weird. And once again, oh, that's not it. We could do this, and sorry, refined obsidian helmet. I should really put some enchants on this. I forgot about that. Here we go, and put stable footing on there. I did just realise that we probably shouldn't have done that because we should have made like multiple books. Oh well. We put that on there. It's like normal now. It's like a normal just ability to punch this, if you know what I mean. So now I don't have well, it actually says it on there, I think. Stable footing. Negates the mining speed penalty for flying. Really useful. I like that. Oh, we're super quick though with the speed boost that we got from the Apotheosis buff. Oh, I love that. At some point we might actually just make our own gear. You can do that by doing some stuff with Apotheosis, basically. But for now, I think this will do us. I'm not even going to put blast protection on there. And as I said, when I just put the book in, it's disappeared because it's gone back in the enchantment library. Did I mention that the ring of invisibility lets me see invisible stuff? No, don't do that. What are you doing? Come here. Okay, he has got nothing that I want. Never mind, he had some leads that I wanted, so that was nice of him. Right, I'm going to call the episode here, I think. It looks like we've... I didn't do anything this episode. I did a lot of stuff between episodes, though. But I feel like I explained quite a bit. And I made an angel ring. I mean, I've got that at least, right? And the energetic one, so it takes power. That is being, like, powered from my flux networks, right? So that means it's coming out of the reactors that we got down here. So that's really useful. And this just makes everything really easy to build. So... yeah, quite happy about that. Anyway, this is where I'm going to call it. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, I forgot that I was supposed to do the statistics. So let's have a look at the statistics. I will get into this again. I used to do this every episode. So anyway, my time played is 1.81 days, which is 43.44 hours. So I don't know if that's 44 minutes. I don't know. Actually, it says right here. So 43 hours and approximately 26 minutes is what it says when I chat GPT'd what 1.81 days is in hours and minutes. And my last episode, I finished with 1.46 days, which was 35 hours and approximately 2 minutes. So I've done around about 8 hours in this. Actually, I've done a little bit more than 8 hours in this episode. So between episodes and stuff, I've done quite a bit because I let the Chunk Destroyer finish, and we've done create, and I did a load of apotheosis, and I've tidied up a little bit as well, and I did this over here as well. Anyway, yeah, that's what you can expect if you're kind of paying attention for about 8 hours